heart of Lekki, Lagos, lived a man named Shola Adisa, a powerful businessman with deep pockets, fast cars, and even faster secrets. To the outside world, he had it all: wealth, status, and a picture-perfect family. His wife, Bisi Adisa, was the kind of woman who turned heads, not just for her beauty, but her grace, her poise, and her unwavering strength. A successful nurse at one of the top hospitals in Lagos. She worked long hours, saving lives, yet always made it home in time to tuck her 2 children into bed, a 5-year-old boy, David, and a sweet 3-year-old girl, Debbie. But behind the lavish gate of the Adisa mansion was a home unraveling thread by thread. Bisi had begun to notice things: the late night business meetings, the secretive phone calls, the unfamiliar scent of perfume on Shola's clothes. Her instinct screamed betrayal, but she couldn't point to a name or a face. Yet, through it all, she confided in her best friend, Kemi, the one person she trusted more than anyone. Kemi, her rock. Kemi, her sister in everything but blood. Night after night, Bisi poured out her heart to her, shedding tears as she described the man her husband had become. A man who no longer respected her, who sometimes pushed her in anger, who barely looked at her, but always looked at his phone. Kemi would hold her hands, whispering, "It is going to be okay, my sister. Men will always be men. But you are a queen." But Kemi was hiding something. She was the mystery woman, the very same woman warming Shola's bed in secret hotels, the same woman who would call Bisi to check on her just after sneaking out of her husband's embrace. But one night, the secrets refused to stay buried. It was a Friday night. Shola had just signed a dirty business deal with a foreign investor and wanted to celebrate in his usual destructive fashion. He called Kemi. They met at a club in Victoria Island. Drinks, laughter, ends all over each other. By 2 a.m., they stumbled into the Adisa home, drunk and reckless. Shola, laughing like a madman, led Kemi into his matrimonial home, the same bed where Bisi slept every night. They were too drunk to care, or perhaps too evil to bother. But that night, Bisi wasn't working the night shift. She heard the giggles, the clinking of bottles, the stumbling footsteps. She followed the sound, heart pounding, expecting the worst but never imagining what she saw. There, under the dim bedroom light, was Shola, her husband, and beside him, half undressed, was Kemi. her best friend. Bisi did not scream. She didn't shout. She stood frozen, as if the air had been stolen from her lungs. Her heart pounded so hard. She clutched her chest and then she collapsed. Seizure, panic, the sound of her body hitting the marble floor woke the children. Little David and Debbie ran to their mother's side, crying, shaking her, calling her name. But Shola, he was irritated. What is all this noise about? He mumbled, rubbing his temples. It wasn't until David shouted, "Daddy, Mommy is not waking up," that reality slapped him across the face. He staggered forward, saw the foam forming at her mouth, the eyes rolling back, and suddenly the silence of death began to creep in. He grabbed his keys, tossed her into the back seat of his SUV, and speed through the midnight roads to the hospital. But it was too late. The doctor tried. They fought. They called her name again and again. But that night, Bisi Adisa took her last breath. Shola collapsed to the hospital floor, holding his head, wailing, but no one believed him. The nurses had seen bruises on Bisi's arms before. They had heard whispers. They knew. And Kemi, she showed up the next morning, dressed in black, tears streaming down her face, but her eyes held no sorrow, only fear. Fear that the truth might come out. And oh, how crocodile tears can flow. Now, 2 little children are motherless. A house once filled with love is now filled with silence. And the 2 snakes, Shola and Kemi, walk free for now. What happened next? Watch out in episode 2. And we want to take this medium to appreciate everyone that have been, following our story on YouTube. We want to say a big thank you to you. Please kindly subscribe to our channel and also share our links with your friends. And we want to say, just continue to follow us. We have great package for you all. Thank you.